Before we dive into this video, I want to let you know this is the first episode of something new we are starting, Top 5s series. The format is going to be exactly the same as the regular Top 5s videos, but these ones will be released every few months on a weekday, with following episodes on the same topic uploaded each week after until that series is over. For example, a mythical creatures series, which will either be a number of videos discussing 5 creatures from different regions around the world, or short documentaries on a selection of mythical creatures. A serial killer series, a medieval series, a horrible history series, and a most haunted locations around the world series. It's going to be great, and this is episode 1 of when high profile and credible individuals witness UFOs or extraterrestrials. This week we take a look at government officials, followed by episode 2 celebrities, episode 3 astronauts, and then finally episode 4 pilots. I hope you enjoy this video and love the new series, which is extra content and won't be affecting the Saturday upload, the new shorts or the documentaries. And as always, sit back and enjoy. Jimmy Carter. 2 years before former US President Jimmy Carter became governor of Georgia, he had an extraordinary encounter with an unidentified flying object. The exact date of the incident is uncertain, but what is known is it was one evening in 1969, and Carter was preparing to give a speech at a Lions Club meeting in Leary, Georgia, when one of the guests alerted him to a strange object about 30 degrees above the horizon. Carter later described the object as a very bright white light that appeared to be moving towards where he was standing before suddenly stopping. It then changed colour, first to blue, then red, and then back to white. The object then disappeared into the distance, as witnessed by at least 12 other people that evening. In 1973, the future president filed a report on the incident to the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomenon, detailing his claim of seeing a UFO. And although he did not necessarily believe he had witnessed an alien spacecraft, he still could not explain the sighting. During his presidential campaign in 1976, Carter made no secret of his belief in UFOs and often described what he saw. He also vowed never again to ridicule anyone who claimed to have seen a UFO, and promised that if he were elected president, he would encourage the government to release every piece of information about UFOs to the public. However, after winning the presidency, Carter went back on this promise, saying it may have defense implications and pose a threat to national security. So was he silenced once he became president? Did the briefing all new leaders receive when they take office make him realise that this was too big of an issue to reveal to the public? This one adds some serious weight to the theories surrounding the US government's secrets and the truth about what they really know about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. Paul Hellyer. Paul Hellyer is a Canadian politician and is the longest surviving member of the Privy Council of Canada. He is a well-respected and intelligent man, and has a strong belief that world leaders are concealing the presence of aliens and hidden data on UFOs. So strong are his beliefs, he even inaugurated the world's first UFO landing pad in St. Paul's, Alberta in 1967. The sign beside the pad reads the following: "The area under the world's first UFO landing pad was designated internationally by the town of St. Paul as a symbol of our faith that mankind will maintain the outer universe free from national wars and strife, that future travel in space will be safe for all intergalactic beings. All visitors from Earth or otherwise are welcome to this territory and to the town of St. Paul." In 2005, he was the first high-ranking politician to go public with his belief in aliens. He also claims that aliens have been visiting Earth for years, and they are not impressed by the way we live. He suggests there are at least 80 different species of aliens, some who live among us. The tall whites, as he described them, work for the US Air Force in Nevada. There are also short greys, and then the Nordic blondes, who can mingle amongst us and have similar features to the Nordic race. These beings are also very concerned that we might use an atomic bomb again, because of the effect it will have on the cosmos. And until the threat of this is eliminated, they will refuse to share any more advanced technology with us. Hellyer claims they are responsible for microchips, LED lights, and Kevlar vests. So what proof has he got? While he claims he has witnessed a UFO near his cabin on Ontario's Lake Muskoka, and he saw proof of alien visitations while in office, and told of a deathbed confession from a former Canadian Chief of Emergency Measures, revealing he had been shown around Area 51 and seen the evidence for himself. You have to wonder, is Paul the type of person to lie about such a thing? What do you think? The US Senator Richard Russell. Richard Russell was an influential American politician who died over 60 years ago. But he experienced an extraordinary UFO incident on October 4th, 1955, that remained covered up for 61 years. Russell was travelling through the Trans-Caucasian region on a train with two of his aides, on a fact-finding mission to Russia, when he spotted two disc-shaped objects taking off in the distance. He quickly alerted his aides, who also witnessed the two crafts. When they reached Czechoslovakia, all three men reported the sighting to the US Air Force and security agencies, and were subsequently interviewed by CIA agents. However, the account was kept strictly confidential until the documents were obtained by the Fund for UFO Research. The report stated that it was based on an actual eyewitness account of the ascent and flight of an unconventional craft by three highly reliable United States observers. It also stated that the two aides, Lieutenant Colonel Hathaway and Lieutenant Colonel Ryan, said, "I doubt if you are going to believe this, but we all saw it. Senator Russell was the first to see the flying disc. We've been told for years that there isn't such a thing, but all of us saw it." One disc ascended almost vertically at a relatively low speed, with its outer surface revolving slowly to the right, to an altitude of about 6,000 feet, where its speed then increased sharply as it headed north. The second flying disc was seen performing the same actions about 1 minute later. The takeoff area was about 1 to 2 miles south of the rail line. It's also said the UFOs appeared to glide as there was no noise and no visible exhaust fumes. They were slightly different in appearance, with one having a slight dome and a white light on the top, the other a pinkish white glow, with the glow moving slowly around the perimeter, giving the appearance of a pinwheel. But the men never spoke publicly about their experience, and were no doubt sworn to silence by the government. The document was declassified in 1985, but did not come to light until a few years after this. Many believe these documents provide proof that something more is out there because of the fact the CIA took it so seriously. Is it about time we are told the truth about potential UFO and alien visitations? Undisclosed military worker. In 2016, an unnamed US Navy officer went public with claims of a massive cover-up by the government regarding several well-known UFO sightings. The 49-year-old, who had served as an officer in US naval telecommunications in the 1980s, claimed he had seen evidence of alien visits, and had observed photographs that prove aliens do exist, and data about the 1980 Rendlesham Forest incident in the UK. He maintains he has seen thousands of documents of genuine spacecraft and alien encounters. All the reports he viewed were top secret, and he had a chance to view them at the time due to his job. He also feared the repercussions of revealing such information, as he alleges other whistleblowers have been permanently silenced. He also claims that a colleague of his, who worked for 11 years at a North London communications station, and was there when the Rendlesham incident took place, confirmed it did happen, and a triangular-shaped craft did land in Rendlesham Forest, which I have talked about before. The former officer was able to reveal details of the secret files after his 25-year confidentiality agreement lapsed, and he's now given a full report to alien investigators, MUFON. But why is he speaking out now, knowing he could be putting his life in danger? While he says he would never compromise national security, but has spoken out anonymously as he believes people deserve to know the truth about this subject. Ronald Reagan. It's widely believed that Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, was obsessed with sci-fi films and was a believer in aliens. According to his friends and fellow actress Shirley MacLaine, an alien was behind Reagan's decision to run for president. Shirley claims that Reagan confided in Lucille Ball of I Love Lucy fame, told her of an eerie encounter he had on the way to a party in Los Angeles, when a UFO landed and an alien emerged and told him to quit acting and take up politics. Sounds crazy, but this is not the only time Reagan reportedly mentioned his beliefs in extraterrestrials. Even Steven Spielberg confirmed that at a special screening of E.T. at the White House in 1982, Reagan commented that he thought everything in the movie could be true. Now, although these accounts may sound a bit far-fetched, there was a more serious occasion when the president confirmed his beliefs at a summit in the 1980s, when he asked the then Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev for help in the event of an alien invasion. Apparently, he caught Mikhail off guard when he said he was sure the two superpowers could cooperate if Earth were threatened by an alien invasion. The Soviet leader claims to have swiftly changed the subject. However, the question startled the then security advisor Colin Powell, and when Reagan mentioned aliens again in a speech to a group of students, all his subsequent speeches were vetted by advisors, and any mention of aliens or invasions were quickly deleted. What's your thoughts? So there's 5 government officials who say they have had encounters or substantial evidence for existence of aliens and UFOs. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.